Hey, welcome to another market closing live stream. Let's go ahead and see what the heck is going on in this crazy market. I have to say, I'm very happy so far. The plan is working. Okay, the plan so far is working, with the exception of Tesla. With the exception of Tesla, the plan is working. Okay, the plan has consistently been, and we've been saying it since February. We invest, we buy the dip, we hodl. All the damage, all the madness, the SPAC pain, the consumer discretionary pain, the EV pain, the energy pain, the pain, hold the pain, even the momentum pain that there has been. Hold it through the September, October U-turn, which we're slowly approaching, which is really, really nice. And to all those people who had been asking, hey, Kevin, well, like, shouldn't we, if we expect a U-turn in September, October, shouldn't we sell now and just rebuy that? No, it doesn't work that way. It's like a, it's like you got to get on the roller coaster. You're going up on the roller coaster nicely. So anyway, super excited. So far, it looks like a lot of stocks are reacting very, very well to talk about inflation fears subsiding, supply chain issues subsiding. So very, very excited. Kyle, I guess I don't know how you missed my plan. What the F is, but how have you possibly missed the plan? Anybody who has watched my channel for the last 4 months, coming up on 4 months now, knows the plan. We know the plan. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look here. Clover Health shoots up 30% here, but BNGO is really what took off today on phenomenal approval here. Or phenomenal news regarding their product, which is really, really exciting. I'm not sure if this is really what led Mind Medicine all of a sudden to take off today. I didn't actually particularly see any news on Mind Medicine. I'm going to pull up Mind Med in a moment. We'll jump on over in a moment to the Bloomberg terminal. We'll see what's going on with Mind Medicine. That's one heck of a movement here. This could just be a momentum-based movement here because it sort of grew throughout the day here. And it's had little volume spikes that have really pushed it along. So really, really good on Mind Medicine. We've got Arcimoto. Geez, posted a video on them this weekend. It's an interview with the CEO. Vehicles are fun. It's incredible. Wow, I even mentioned Gevo this morning as like, Gevo hasn't broken out yet. And it's almost like after I mentioned, why hasn't Gevo broken out yet? It breaks out. This is absolutely incredible. We did close temporarily our positions on Workhorse. Workhorse was up at like, I don't know, it was like 12% or something like that. As usual, I send out a buy or sell alerts. And my strategy with this is we got a big swing, $30,000 profit on a $40,000 investment, which is really, really awesome. So anyway, big fat profit on one of my options was like over double on Workhorse. So we sold out of that. I sent an alert to course members probably like 4 hours ago or something like that. So if you want to be part of that, check out the Stocks and Psychology of Money course link down below. There is also a coupon for that. But anyway, that was here. I can actually show you. I'll show y'all because I have it right here. I want to be just as transparent as possible. But I want to tell you my strategy here, because I still think there's a big squeeze potential here. So right now, this was the option I sold, got $70,000 on this one, and I had bought it right here for $32,000. So that was nice. That was more than a double. This one didn't do so well. It got filled about a day later at 13, and that one I only got 6 out of. But when I merged those two together, that's something different. When I merged those two together, we did really well on that, up over $30,000. So super excited on that. What I want to do now is potentially wait for it to dip again, because today's a pretty green day. Could be a mistake, but I want to wait for a potential dip on Workhorse again, and then I'm going to go for a new option. And I'll determine what length I want to go with. But you just saw the ones that I had been using and which worked really well. So anyway, we'll take a look for a new entry point on Workhorse, which will be great, but very, very profitable trade. Super excited about that. Again, if you want to check out the Stocks and Psychology of Money group or any of the programs on building your wealth, that's linked down below. Okay, what else do we have? Let's go back to, and the coupon code's down there as well. It's also in the pinned comment. So Arcimoto is another one. I actually looked. I was shocked. I'm double on this one, which is nuts because we've only been holding Arcimoto for, I don't know, maybe a month now or something like that. Just a crazy move on Arcimoto already. Mind Medicine, awesome. We're really getting just anything that had been beaten up is just doing so well right now. It's phenomenal to see. Remember how Microvision moves, okay? Very important to remember how Microvision moves. Microvision tends to do this. Look at this. Look at the history of Microvision, okay? You know what keeps Microvision up is buyout rumors or momentum. With Microvision, if you are investing in Microvision, I just personally always caution that when it's going up, when we're at these levels, when we're hitting these new high levels of potential resistance here, which we're very close to right now, maybe, not financial advice, you do you, right? Because it could be up 30% tomorrow, and I don't want to hear that, like you missed out or whatever. But in a case like this, I would at least start paying attention to the potential for taking profits, because it wouldn't surprise me, no guarantees, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Microvision come back down to 10 to 15, and then you just do the trade again. Like literally, Microvision is one of those, in my opinion, perfect up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down stocks. So, something to pay attention to. I don't ever short. I probably, I wouldn't short Microvision. I like Microvision because then the day after you short it, they announce a buyout and the thing goes to the moon, right? That's like how it always works. But they're all doing really well too right now. So just because we're hitting these new levels here on Micro doesn't necessarily mean it's time yet to go and wait to pick it up again a little bit lower because of the patterns that we have had. Because remember, we're moving together over here. We're moving completely together. Microvision is only, as somebody says, Microvision is a sideways stock. It's a sideways stock if you're a hodler. If you're a hodler, a hodler, yeah, it's following this blue line right here. It's a sideways stock. But if you're a trader, it's profit, 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 right? If you see the pattern and you play it, it's been very, very profitable. Mind Medicine is another one of those that it's not as great as Microvision, but it has had these sort of Microvision-esque bounces within a range here as well. Another one to look at for trading potential. Playboy bouncing, trying to get out again over here. Look at this, trying to get back to highs. I'm actually really impressed with Playboy's ability to sustain the value that Playboy has. Really, really impressive. So very, very happy with these. Also very happy to see Jivo, Arcimoto, Ocugen, Mind Medicine, all these guys. Happy to see them break out. I'd have different strategies for each of them. Churchill Capital, for example, is a hold for me until I get much more of a swing than this. And mostly you could see that this right here, and there's so many lines, but you could see this right here is not really a good candidate, in my opinion, to do like a Microvision style play, because look at the difference between this one. It goes up, but then it hits lower lows essentially continuously over and over and over, right? You're on this downtrend. That's very different from a Microvision style chart, right? Look at the Microvision style chart. You continuously hit similar highs or higher highs, right? So really good play potential here. So Churchill for me is going to be part of the broader September-October strategy, where if we get like some serious runs, then I'm going to take some tendies on my options and go into shares, which obviously every time I trade, I send or trade or buy or whatever, I send alerts in the stocks and psych group. We've got Roblox down right now. Roblox down 6.5% to 93. Not a horrible surprise to see Roblox down a little bit because it's had this insane run. I mean, it was trading sideways since IPO day for months, and it finally just exploded. It's a great company. You don't have to bet on an individual game. You're betting on the platform, which is really, really cool. You got API just getting spanked. We've been kind of talking about them a little bit this morning about how Clubhouse is potentially... I don't know. I mean, you heard it here first, okay? But I really think that you've got API with a real potential of disappearing. Or not API, Clubhouse, which API backs. Hold on a second. This is about Peloton.
This is where the debate comes in. Nobody ever, I think there's a bit of a straw man argument. People saying this stuff isn't going to go away. People aren't going to stop riding Pelotons or buying through Etsy. Nobody thought it was going away. The question is how much of the pandemic premium is going to come out of it. If you look at both of these stocks, they're down a lot, but they're only gone back to about October or November levels, meaning they've still retained a lot of that huge surge they had over the prior year. And that shows
I'll tell you, both of those are some of my top two faves. Etsy and Peloton. Yeah, I mean, if you look year to date, Year to date, you've given up the gains of the year. But, you know, compared to when we started buying these, they're doing really, really, really well right now. Yeah, you can see that Peloton up 6.73%. That's great to see coverage initiated on it. More coverage, the better. More analyst insight, the more critical commentary during Q&A when they do earnings calls. Absolutely great. Arcimoto's almost up a full 20% here. A lot of chatter about GameStop on Reddit. Lots and lots of chatter about GameStop. That is GameStop preparing for another run. Keep in mind the short interest data rotating to the downside on AMC, but holding steady at GME. So definitely something to pay attention to. By no means am I, you know, saying sell something or whatever. Just making the observation that AMC is at 14, GME is at 20 with short interest right now. I did make a very, very detailed video this morning explaining the difference between naked shorting, synthetic shorting, swap shorting, and short selling in okay, wow, Churchill Capital now up the full 10% here. We getting a rally into the yeah, we're getting a little bit of a pump there into the close. Very nice. Good. We got Virgin Galactic up 9.94% here. Yeah, it is above paper hander sale levels. Sorry, Chamath. EXPI finally rotating back. I mean, here's one that's just been having a lot of pain in recent months. I'd say the last 3 months, it's been pretty pain. But it's been an incredibly performing stock otherwise, and I expect that performance to continue and return. It's going to be a dominator in the real estate space. EXPI and Redfin, that's, you got to be there when it comes to real estate space. IMO, my opinion. Don't sue me, bro. Shift Technologies back over 8. Notice, folks, every time Shift drops to like 650, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's such a deal at 650, the CEOs come out and buy it. It's confirmed. The CEOs watch my content. The CEOs must be course members. All right, what else? Yeah, I'm happy to look at shorts. Let's do shorts after the close if you don't mind. So Lordstown Motors, 7%. Very nice. Plug finally coming back a little bit. Jeez, that was an oversold one, huh? We got QuantumScape at 6. What do we got here? Quantum at 6.3. Sundial. Sundial gave up a little bit of its run today. Oatly, Light Electric, Trade Desk, these guys all 4.5%. Got some Trade Desk, by the way. But wow, we bought Trade Desk at like 480. Oh, sweet. I'll take it. That's awesome. And we didn't buy this. We bought this like 2.5 weeks ago in the course member chat. We did a whole stream about buying like 400K of stocks or whatever and spreading it out over what we wanted to buy. That was one of them. And that was actually my first buy on it too. Got in nicely there on the dip. So good job, anybody who went in on trade. We've got TTCF up to 23 right now. We've got Pinterest. Pinterest finally edging up. Pinterest, to me, it's a buy under 70. That's the way I look at Pinterest. You want to be a little safer, you know, go under 60 or 65. That's fine. IMO. We've got Lemonade. I stopped touching Lemonade once we get over 100. We're almost over 100. I've got some really juicy options on this one from our 420 buys. Clever's up at 11. It's kind of, that one's been kind of struggling a little bit. Etsy falling a little bit into the close. Nice volume though after the shout out there on CNBC. It's interesting. CNBC is always doing the pumping. Enphase has been so range bound lately. Just been stuck in the 130s. Also hoping for a SoFi run, but the short interest plummeted on SoFi. And we had a really big run. We ran up to like 25, 25.50. Should have sold my options that day. Didn't sell them that day. But I was really waiting for like a 26 or 27. Got a little greedy on that, and that was a mistake. I did, like I said, I did close out the workhorse positions, $30,000 profit on 40K. Really, really good trade alert that we sent out in the stocks group. Link down below if you're not part of it. Remember, you get lifetime access, 40% off. Use that coupon code. I'm not leaving. Okay, let's go to all stocks. Now, towards the downside, unfortunately, I mean, we talked about Roblox. Very good food company. They've been kind of rage bound a little bit in the $3 range here as well. Where's Tesla? Oh, Target's down on that. That's nothing. Target, AMD, Amazon, boring. Where is Tesla? Oh my gosh, Tesla went green? What? Tesla was down like 2.5%. Oh man, that's all I needed to have a green portfolio today. Folks, when I look up on my Tesla options, my recent purchases, not my long cost basis, just my more recent purchases on my Tesla options, when I go to look at the price, it doesn't give me a price. It just says ruffle. It's pretty bad. Anyway, so it's nice to see Tesla go at least slightly green today. Darn Tesla. It's okay. It's not like it's the largest stock in my portfolio or anything. Matterport, 1.28% to the upside here. Very low volume on Matterport, Gore's Holdings. This is one. Keep an eye on Matterport. It's a slow grower. It's not. I don't think it's ever going to be like a momentum stock. This is just a really good tool. Very, very, very good tool, and it's something to have on your tool belt for the long run. Square at 216 is actually relatively cheap compared to even some of the other pricing that's going on. It's it ran up to like 280 not that long ago. Usually I stop buying it under like, I'm sorry, once we get over like 235, it's like no thanks anymore. Whoa, Redfin's almost back to 60. Nice, with a 4% gain here. We are now 1 minute to market close. We've got AMC sitting at 14.34%. Remember, we got short interest down. Put call ratio is nowhere near as many puts as what we had back in January or mid-March, interestingly, mid-March. Naked shorts do generally get cleared unless the illegal version is being used. There is a legal version of naked shorting. Watch my video this morning for more details on that. Definitely excited to keep an eye on AMC, though. Obviously, I am hodling. And in case you haven't seen that yet, I can even pull that up. But we do have the closing bell coming up. So what I'll do is, actually, can I get it really fast? Yeah, we can get it really fast. Okay, just so you know that I am indeed still hodling as promised. There are my AMC shares. Let's now go ahead and get the closing bell.
Is at a record high, but you've got weakness in some of the cyclical areas of the market today: materials, industrials, financials, and energy.
Oh God, the bell's so loud. All right, folks, I have no idea what Sarah Eisen is saying, but I can tell you that the Dow is down 0.35%, the S&P is down 0.06%, NASDAQ up 0.5%, Russell 2000 small cap is up 1.43%. There you go, folks. Market is closed. All right, let's see what's going on.
Markets commentator. As Sarah mentioned there, nice recovery in the final couple hours of trade, such that the S&P is only down by 8 basis points. The Dow still down by 100.
All right, we did just read that off, so we beat them to it. All right, let's get the pre-post changes over here. AMC so far looking stable in the after hours. We had some incredible closes today. I mean, I would say mostly green day today. With, if we go to all here, Big Digital is just getting wrecked. What's Big Digital at now? If Big Digital drops under $1 again, I think I'm going to load the boat over here. See, we last dropped to $1. Yeah, it was about a month ago. So I'm keeping an eye on this. Still a little bit of a downtrend on the SMA line, the 20 here. You can see a nice downtrend here. But it's definitely one I want to pay attention to. So I do think that there is a new frontier in cybersecurity or crypto security and crypto forensics that I want to take advantage of. So fine, if it keeps falling, I'll be able to buy in. Voyager Digital rotating down. Really just crypto's honestly just getting crapped on lately. Like Bitcoin's getting crapped on now by Donald Trump's even coming out crapping on crypto. I made a video about that. You could watch my video. It's on the channel. You could watch the video about crypto getting crapped on by Donald Trump and my thoughts regarding that. We have how did Workhorse end today? Not because I want to see anyone lose money, and just if Workhorse goes red tomorrow, I might want to pick up. Okay, so it ended up about 6.82%. So we got out at about 12% up on the day. If we get a big red day in the next couple days, I want to reload the shotgun on this one and get another long option on it, because this is juicy. 49% short. Juicy. Let's listen to Lindsay Short here, or Lindsay Bell, for a moment.
A potential inflation hedge, or as interest rates rise, there's potential for dividends to increase as well. So this is an area I think are catching investors' eye again. They haven't done that in a while. So it's just something. It's that it gets back to that looking for value in the market. And I think that's what we're doing with REITs.
Gene, we're going to get on to Apple-specific news in just a moment, but more broadly, the tech space. Do you feel that there has been quite a nice moment of consolidation for some of those mega cap names in particular that allows them to steadily build again on what has been an...
Oh, that's actually a good question. Basically, why is Apple and why is Amazon trading so sideways?
That's my sense too, and don't be fooled by, I think, the lack of what will be some kind of subtle announcements. There's nothing really big fireworks from a product standpoint this summer from big tech, but there has been consolidation, and the fundamentals of these, some of the largest ones, I think about Apple and Amazon in a good category there.
Nailed
the fundamentals, our dependence on these are going to continue to inch forward. The next event obviously will be the June report. But I think that this has been healthy, what's happened with the market more recently.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Good, but healthy. Okay, I get it. Seriously, though, like Google, I mean, they're not sexy, you know, like these are like your old school stocks. But I mean, Google, and Google has not been trading sideways. But Google, amazing fundamentals. Even AMD, very, very, very low forward PE ratios. And look at AMD. It's literally been trading sideways since August. Oh, Amazon. Look at, I even have a box around it. I even have a box for Amazon. Look at it in the box. It just behaves. It's like a dog in its cage that's well trained. It just stays in its box. You know, it's crazy, folks. And Apple's not been much different. Been quite boring. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Bouncing up and down around our line here. Let's go ahead and see earnings really quick. Do we have any earnings left? I feel like we're done with earnings season. Marvell today and Vail. Yeah, Marvell and Vail. All right. We were going to do short interest data. Let's go ahead and do short interest data. So give me a second. Let's do this. Let me get it up really quick. 1 sec. Yeah, that's what she said.
Gene, what's your take on that? I mean, for companies like Facebook, like Amazon, they're not really paying much tax at all in certain jurisdictions, and they will now have to, and it will be additive to their total tax numbers, not alternative.
Next.
The point is, at least from my perspective, there's growing optimism because there's new pessimism among the Democratic Party. This is good. Right now, not doing stuff is good because the stuff they're talking about doing is not good. In just a couple of moments, we're going to bring in our own Sandra Smith to talk about the cracks in the Democratic agenda. And again, while this is obviously...
Oh, Larry, you're Larry with the V and the baby blue tie and the pink vest. Okay. All right, Larry. Let's go ahead and get short interest. Oh, my gosh. Yellen's Global Tax. The title. It's Wall Street title here. All right. We're going to get the short interest data up. Yeah, let's, in the meantime, let's just go look at sticks for a moment while it's pulling up because this is not so exciting. All right. What do we have over here? So if you're just now joining, really encourage you watch the last 23 minutes. We talked a lot about opportunities, we talked about Workhorse, other stock opportunities, price target opportunities, and I ain't going to rehash everything. So if you're just now joining, welcome aboard. We talked about the market broadly, talked about the market specifically, talked about a lot. You don't want to miss it. So just rewind the last 23 minutes if you're just now joining. Okay, so we've actually got Etsy pulling back. Well, basically what it gained today in after its CNBC pump that it had. Mind Medicine giving up a couple percent after a wonderful run. We talked about Mind Medicine earlier as well. Let's go ahead and pull up short interest data, though. This is going to be something that I think we all want just to get an update on. So why don't we do this? If you are a course member in the non-meme stock chat, go ahead and start giving me some names. And if you're here in the chat, you can also go ahead and short interest data. Give me your request for short interest data. We'll do this for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. And then I want to get back to talking about the broader market and seeing what else is going on. Okay, do we have it yet? Run. The app always takes a while to pop up. Okay, sorry, we'll get to the app. We'll get there. Give me 1 sec. It's doing a good old loading here. In the meantime, there was somebody earlier who asked about, our plan And the big plan for my portfolio, just to clarify it, because remember, I got asked a million times between February and June now, hey, Kevin, if you think the market's going to get better in September, October, why don't you sell now and rebuy later? And I regularly said, I'm not doing that. I'm going to hold. I'm going to buy the dip with everything I've got. Because I believe we're going to ride that wave up into September and October as companies start realizing, wait a minute, the supply chain shortage is actually manageable. People are going back to work. Schools are reopening. Supply chain pressures are going to go away. And then what happens? Our stocks start printing tendies. And that's actually what we're starting to see right now in the market. Is we're seeing day after day, we're seeing more greens, more greens, more greens. We're not seeing that S&P rollover. If anywhere we're seeing a rollover, it's actually in the recovery stocks that are doing less well, while all the beaten down ones are doing better. So it's kind of like, remember, the S&P is the combination of both. So now you're seeing recovery stocks kind of soften or stay flat, whereas the other ones are doing better, the tech and the consumer discretionary and that. Okay, let's go ahead and do a brief short interest data. I'm not going to spend all day on this, but we'll do this briefly here. 20.71% for Sens. Tilray is sitting at 7.9%. AMC should still be what it was this morning, but I will double check. Usually we update at night on S3. Yeah, we're at 14.91%. It is a big rotation to the downside. Okay, then we have Wish is what somebody wants. Wish is at 10.86, going down. I'm actually more and more starting to see short interest go down. Nano Dimension, 11.48%. Short interest feels like it's plummeting. Oust from the chat, 7.83%. Also rotating down a little bit. It's kind of like the hedgies realize, okay, we made our money on shorting. Let's get out now and cover. 14.7 on Sundial. BB. We've got 8.52. That's BlackBerry. Churchill Capital for Lucid. Still high at 26.65%. Workhorse. I disclosed the Workhorse change course member live stream this morning, which, remember, if you want to be a part of the course, use that link down below. 40% off coupon code I'm not leaving. Use that and you get lifetime access. Workhorse at 49%. We did a trade on that today. 30 grand was really awesome. Airbnb, 17.33%. Pally, I have no idea what Pally is, but we'll do it for you. We got Pally. Pally does not show up as a security. Clove is 42.42%. It's actually going up. IPOD is too early. It's showing like 0.75. Neo, 5.58%, pretty low. Twist, I don't know what that is. Twist is 9.49%, slightly up. Discovery, 23.48%, slight rotation down just in the last day here. Might, MYTE, 3.92%. We've got Ocugen. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. ARCG, you want to know? 21.16% on on Ocugen. ARCG, which also makes me want to know about RK, 10.78% on ARCG. A lot of people are using Cathie Wood as a perfect short. And we're at 12.21% on RK, slightly rotating to the downside. You got to give me the tickers, not the name. 5.21 on Tesla. We did see CIV, Enphase, 3.67. Build-A-Bear Workshop, BBW. I already did Clove, 4.49%. And, okay, I'm going to say it again on Clove, just to be extremely clear. Clove is 42.42%. And, okay, I got another Facebook scammer. So if you're watching on Facebook, it's a stupid, dumb scammer. If you're listening, you're an asweepe for trying to scam people. That's not me posting in the comments on Facebook. And I can't even load into Facebook right now to deal with it. Whatever. All right, we got to keep going. EHang, EH. Next time, do it in the auctioneer voice. 14.4. Yeah, I don't know about that. Mind Medicine. Mind Medicine is showing it's no. What I need give me the old symbol on Mind Medicine, because MMND is showing a mastermind 0%. So what else do we have? I'm gonna disable the Facebook chat. These stupid scammers. Yeah, thank you for posting that. Scam on Bitcoin. That's pretty all posted right there. All right, what else? TRCH. And we've got that at 13.31. MSFT, yeah, 0.56. Okay, I think that's pretty good for right now. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay, next. So, okay, I'm going to do like 2 or 3 more here. I want to look at GVO. So I'm going to look at GVO. GVO's 10.96%. Workhorse still super freaking short. It's crazy. Canoe is at 28.3%. NCLH, oh, Norwegian Cruise Lines, 11.94. I'll do CCL, I guess I may as well. 7.12. I'm surprised they're actually not that short. XSPA. All right, we'll do, okay, lots, sure. 10.7 on XSPA. Lots. All right, that's going to be it for me right now. 11.88. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's go back to the sticks. Thank you so much for watching the short interest portion. Going back to the sticks, got Clover running again here in the afters. Clover's pretty high at 42% short. You are seeing a little bit of a run here in the afters. Very, very nice data there on Clove. Are seeing Ocugen and Etsy rotate to the downside along with Lemonade, AMC, and EXPI. AMC down about 1.4% at the moment. Poshmark at 0.98% to the downside. Tattooed Chef, 0.5% to the downside. Let's make sure we're on all stocks here. Oh, what happened with Playboy? Ooh, something had to have happened at Playboy. Let me pull up news for Playboy really quick. PLBY news. 1 second. All right, let's see what's happening here. News. There we go. Okay, this is really annoying. Playboy. Where the heck is the darn thing? There we go. Got it. Playboy Group, individual news. Let's see what happened. Okay, Playboy announces proposed offering of 4 million shares. Oh, well, there you go. How many shares do they have outstanding? So they're going to sell 4 million shares. It makes sense. I mean, they have, the stock has, the company's, the share price has gone up so much. Let me look at how many shares they have. Playboy has, oh, whoa. They only had 29.8 million shares as a float, and they just issued 4 mil. Ooh, that's like 12%. You know, 4 divided by 29.8, that's 13.4%. And yeah, no surprise, the stock is down 9.77%. Well, duh, that's a massive amount of dilution. Now, it looks like the market's already kind of recovering, and it's interesting how they issued 13% dilution, and the company went up 13% today. They literally just took today's gain and turned it into big dollar signs. That's incredible. Somebody says GEO is ready for a push. Let me see. I'll just really quickly look at the short interest on that. What, GEO? GEO? GEO is, yeah, 37.37%. It's not bad. That's okay. Cudlow suit. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go hop on over to CNBC for a moment. See also what other top news is going on here. So going back to the closing bell here, let's listen in.
So Scott, clearly you've seen great price appreciation. What about the length of time people hold the assets for? Has that shortened? Are you seeing signs that people are trading these things for short-term gain as opposed to long-term investment now?
Well, StockX is a catalog of over 100,000 items that trade on the platform, again, across multiple categories. 60% of those items are trade outside of its 8-week release window. So this is an item that somebody has held, maybe held in their closet, and are then subsequently trading that product. Certainly, as more and more buyers come into the product, we exited the year with 3.5 million active buyers, growing at about 100% on a year-over-year basis. And those buyers and traders are effectively increasing the velocity at which these products are trading on the platform.
I always say that, you know, I cover Nike and Adidas and Under Armour. You can always learn a lot about what's hot right now and what's resonating with consumers by looking at sites like yours and other resellers. So what are the hottest sneakers and who's making them?
So as we look at our categories, we look at this is what propels the growth. And I think what drives
this is interesting. So this is something to keep an eye on, and this is a concern that I've had actually since about February. It's kind of important to know. Is I just want to make this very, very clear, and these are the things I want to talk about going forward. That doesn't mean they're right. It's just their suspicions, so they could be wrong, but it's worth tracking. I believe, and this is why I've been hodling tech so freaking hard during these dips. I believe that recovery stocks are almost priced to perfection, and they're not going to beat. I don't think they're going to beat their perfection, and there's a good chance you could see a fall in recovery stocks because they're still heavily indebted companies. Whereas tech companies, even though they're beating expectations, they're falling because they've gotten shorted so much because of what we saw starting in February, the big short plays, basically crushing tech for the last 3-4 months. But these are companies we know in the long run are going to be smashing. And I like smashing. But anyway, Vail Resorts just missed. Vail Resorts comes in with a fiscal year EBITDA projection, so earnings projection of 524 million to 566, which is a way lower mid-range than the mid-range projected of 564. So that's not so good. Stock's falling a little bit on this news. You've got 3 analysts recommending a buy on Vail, 10 recommending a hold, 0 recommended sells right now. It's a wonderful company. Don't get me wrong. I like Vail, support Vail. I want to go to Utah and go skiing, but I can't because it's June. Gosh, yeah, and I haven't been either because of COVID. But anyway, that is a little bit of sort of a, and I would want to probably listen if you're into recovery stocks. Probably what you ought to do is listen to the earnings call on Vail, or at least go through the transcript on Vail afterwards and see, okay, like what's happening, what's happening in the travel space or whatever. It's only down 1.58%, but it is a miss, and it's those forecasts that I do think can continue to get punished over time. So it's just something to keep an eye on. Not something to be super upset about. Let's see. Okay, look at these scammers. There's literally, these Facebook people are getting so bad. I'm almost thinking about not streaming on Facebook again. Like, there's literally a Facebook scammer going, oh, hey, Kevin, it's a totally different name from the scammer. And they're like, oh, well, I deposited money and I got money. Thanks. Can I do it again? What's like such a scam? I'm banning these people from my page right now. But it's so annoying. A lot of people, look at this. It worked. Thanks for the ETH progress. Just received. I mean, what freaking moron losers these jerk assholes are. Sorry, I shouldn't have said it, but I did. Anyway, these people are annoying. Yeah, that's all I can say. So, yeah. All right. Where were we? Ski, not snowboard. I used to snowboard. I snowboarded a lot for like 6 years. But then I tried skiing and I'm like, yeah, I like that. I don't know. I felt like I was sitting on my butt too much snowboarding. Seriously, it's like you're always on your butt when you're snowboarding because you got to do the bindings, With skis, it's just like, oh man, you just go. It's kind of fun. But short of that going down, like I do like snowboarding as well. A little tougher though when you get to moguls. The skiers make turning with your back down the hill. Ooh. I've done it. I used to do it a lot, but I don't know. It bothers me. Maybe I've tumbled too many times. All right. So it looks like also, yeah, I see that here. Somebody's like, maybe selling some Etsy shares this morning wasn't a bad deal because Etsy just did an offering as well. That is a convenient fluke. Let me see here. Etsy, let's see how much they offered. So Etsy proposes 1 billion. Oh, it's convertible notes though. That's not as bad. I mean, that does offer some dilution. But yeah, let's see if I can get the document. I don't think I can easily here. 1 billion docs. Notes due in 2028. Oh, okay, cool. 7 years. For the source of the information. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Newswire. Here we go. Yeah, and it's usually you get some form of dilution, obviously, here. I mean, $1 billion, so $1 billion worth of in the future, though. So I'd have to do a little bit more digging into this. Here's the press release. Got it. Darn you, Etsy. We were trying to get y'all back to like 225 here over time. So here's the $1 billion. Blah, 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 blah. Etsy expects to use a portion of the proceeds of the offering to repurchase up to, oh, wow, they actually have a repurchase built into it. So they're going to borrow $1 billion, then repurchase $150 million to make the shareholders feel less bad. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what the stock market's there for companies to raise money, right? That's the point. So, okay, what else here? Bitcoin conference was like a Bitcoin conference. I mean, there's some funny clips of it, I have to say. All right, what else do we have going on in the stocks here? So Etsy, we know they just did a share raise. Vail misses on the forecast. We've got Clover doing well here. Toro, all stocks. What we got? Woo! Time for more coffee. That's what it's time for. How's our AMC doing? AMC. GameStop up 0.7%. Arcimoto 0.38 in the afters. Builda is still sitting at 17. And Playboy actually not doing so bad. Is that right or is that a bug? Why is Neo down 26%? That's got to be a bug. Does anybody else see that? Did Neo just crash? No, it's a bug. It just went away already. It just went away. Okay, that had to have been a bug. Where is it? Yeah. See, 0.1. I mean, I saw that. I'm sure you did as well. That was something else. Check DAR, like a stock, like the Dharma Initiative. Sorry, or was it DARPA? I can't remember what it was from Lost. I really liked Lost, with the exception of the ending. The ending was stupid. But great series. You should definitely watch it. Darling Ingredients. Is that it? 2.6% short? Never heard of it. All right. What else? Yeah, no kidding. I scared you with the Neo. Well, I mean, I was scared too. I'm like, what the so what else here? Okay. All right. What else? What else do we have? Is there anything else to do? I mean, I think we've done well here. We can listen in over here. What is this about? Coupa?
Hack. The department's saying it has recovered the majority of the ransom paid, and it intends to take these cyber attacks more seriously as they threaten the nation.
How'd they get the ransom back?
Earlier today, I spoke exclusively with Salesforce CEO Mark. Recent ramp up in cyber attacks from SolarWinds to the Colonial Pipeline, and whether it impacted the demand for cloud services. Here's what he said.
There is no finish line when it comes to cybersecurity. And I wrote that in a report called Cybersecurity, A Crisis of Prioritization. I reread it this weekend. I wrote it in 2004. And, in that report, I tried to call for the government to do more basic research, looking for an Internet 2.0, a more secure, a more scalable, more sustainable Internet. And we're still working to make those things happen. And it's very important that all of us continue to invest and grow and really focus, I think, on this critical aspect of our industry. It's not something we can just delegate to government.
Yeah.
That's not going to really work. We have to do the work ourselves. We have to keep our companies safe. This is a lot of hard work. This is not easy. This is difficult. And like I said, there is no finish line when it comes to cybersecurity.
Another topic you like to opine on, and I'm always curious to get your thoughts on, is
it's a good point. Big dollar signs.
Been very critical of Facebook and even around this decision.
Dawn, that is incorrect. I don't have $72,000 in AMC because people donated to the campaign. I have $72,000 in AMC. It's actually $77,000 in AMC because I invested $72,000 into AMC. People donated $12,420.69 to the campaign as a way to prompt me to personally invest some money in AMC. But the number is totally disproportionate. Okay. Totally separate funds, but you got to have the right information if you're going to pass that along. Okay, we don't want any rumors. All right. Yeah, if Palantir had something to do with recovering that money, whatever company, what's it called? The Colonial Pipeline ransom folks. That's good. That's good. So super interesting. I mean, Palantir's to me, I mean, eventually this is a $60 stock. That's why as it's been in the low 20s, for me, it's just been buy. Now I've mostly been buying it on the way down, not on the way up, but that's okay. So I got my Palantir. So excited about that. All right. What else here? Oh, somebody's now calling me a weenie baby paper hander on Workhorse. How is it that when I say, hey everyone, I'm gonna do a swing trade on Workhorse, it's a weenie baby when you take your profits? That's not weenie baby. In fact, all I'm doing is I'm playing the technicals. I plan to get back in. If Workhorse drops tomorrow, like if Workhorse is red tomorrow, I'll probably pick up a new option. I want to rotate into a new option because I don't like the theta decay. And this is where like you got to look beyond just the top level. Like there are details when it comes to investing. There's nuance. For example, the theta decay on June 18th call options on Workhorse have a theta decay of like 8 cents. Okay. The contracts are only like $1.55. That means you're literally losing 5% a day just holding it because it's so close to expiration. Like you're getting destroyed with theta decay. And so, you know, this is why you have to close and reopen. That's called trading. It's very simple. Yeah, no, that's to me. I still think there's a big squeeze, potential in Workhorse, but I'm not gonna not play the game. So and I never promised otherwise either. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see what happens. Super excited. Obviously, I'll be sending out more alerts. Do I still own my Bitcoin at 32K? I have about 200. No, it's probably less now because Bitcoin fell. I think I've got about $200,000 of Bitcoin left. So in total, I want to say I had 800,000. I sold about 550, of which I got a double out of, which was awesome. Yeah, so I'll be paying some taxes on that one. And then I left the rest. And I did that when it was at like 50, 58 or something like that. I had marked on my calendar back in January that I wanted to sell when the first CPI data came out that I thought was going to be really bad because I thought the market would move down. And I sold a little later than I wanted to, a few days later than I wanted to, but it ended up going down a lot since that date. I think it was a total fluke in timing, but I'll take it. I think it did have to do somewhat with the timing of the CPI. But in addition, you also had a lot of FUD. You had the Elon Musk and the energy FUD came back up. The overall crypto market kind of started slipping. Momentum stocks started doing better compared to crypto. So it's kind of just like a rotation within, right? And that happens. You get these rotations. So don't know anything about LCI, honestly. I mean, I could do a very quick look here. Hold on. There we go. LCI equity news. We've got nothing, literally nothing since June 3rd. Couldn't tell you. Lanet Co. Yeah, no idea. Anyway, all right, folks. Thank you very much for being here. How do I understand options better? Options, if you don't understand them, it's very, very tricky. You start with a very small part of your portfolio and learn as you go as an option. I'll also be releasing more options and trading lectures. It's supposed to be yesterday. I'm a little behind on those, but working on that for this week. All right, folks, thank you so much for being here. We will see you in the next one. Yes, auf Deutsch. Tschüss. And get yourself up to $250 for free with the crypto trading platform BlockFi by depositing money after going to metkevin.com/BF. Go to metkevin.com/BF to get up to $250 for free. Thanks again. Goodbye.